Yeah, YouTubers, Tasman here, bringing you another Tasman's first look. It's actually been a while, and I didn't really get, I didn't do any first looks on 1.12, and the reason for that is because my computer was way broken at the time. But I'm doing a first look on not 1.12, 1.13. But I'm doing a first look right now on 1.14. So this is alpha, or snapshot, not alpha. Look at him. This is snapshot 18w43b in preparation of getting Minecraft 1.14 out into the world. And there are so many changes. So full discretion here, I actually recorded this, but I forgot to turn off the mute on my mic. I almost recorded like 45 minutes. So hopefully we can get through this faster, but if not, you might want to pause it right here, go get some snacks and a drink, go potty, because we're in it for the long haul. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to talk about is new blocks, and everything's kind of jumbled in here, but we might go kind of back and forth just a little bit. But the first block we're going to talk about is bamboo, and bamboo can be found in jungles and the new bamboo jungles. And I haven't ever seen a bamboo jungle, but I'm assuming it does say that it has bamboo and podzol, so it'll be another source of getting podzol. But maybe it has jungle trees as well. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Right now, just really quick before I forget, pandas are not spawning in the world. You have to use eggs to get them. So back to bamboo. So you can actually find bamboo in jungle temples and in shipwrecks. So in the chests in those. They're dropped by pandas, but why would you ever kill a panda just for a piece of bamboo? Because it only gives you one. So you can get it also from fishing when in jungle biomes. So the two biomes we just mentioned. Bamboo can be farmed, and it can grow up to 12 to 16 blocks. These guys have been going for a while, and I think these ones have all maxed out. If you watched my other video where I was talking about Minecraft Bedrock Edition, we were able to actually bamboo or bone meal a bamboo, and it went up to ceiling height, or to the build height, but it doesn't do that here. So looks like it only goes up to 12 to 16 high. That's it. I think that's right around what the chorus fruits do, right? So with the bamboo, it breaks instantly with a sword, or it takes a couple hits or something, you know, kind of like what's it called? Sugar cane. Now there is another block that just isn't in yet that is coming. There will be, remember, if you watch my video, like I said, if you take bamboo and piece of string, you can actually make scaffolding blocks, but those are not in the game right now, so we're not going to talk too much about those. Let's see. It's eaten by pandas. The other thing that's eaten by pandas, this is just kind of a quick jump into pandas. They eat bamboo, and they love cake. Now they won't come after you for cake, and let's just throw these out here, see if some pandas want them. Look, he wanted it. And sure, there. You can breed. This is getting into kind of. You can breed pandas with bamboo, so they'll make a bobby. Now there is mechanics behind the pandas, like we'll get into those. Darn it, I keep getting sidetracked. Oh, they're so cute though. So yeah, you can feed pandas, you can breed pandas, and holy cow, it rains so much in this world. Like every 5 minutes, I swear. Actually, you know what I should do is go at the duration, what, like 9999, something like that, maybe. I think that might work. That should make it last a lot longer. So the other thing you're able to do with bamboos is, in a pinch, you can take 2 of them and make a stick. So if you put 2 in your crafting area, like I show, whoops, not 3, 2, you get a stick. Now you can also use bamboo to smelt, but as you might know, a stick will smelt half an item. It takes 4 bamboo to smelt a full item. So 2 sticks, 4 bamboo makes sense, since it takes 4 bamboo to make 2 sticks, and 2 sticks to smelt a full item. Hopefully that made sense to you. The next item we have, or block we have, are flowers. We have 3 new flowers. There's the cornflower, there's the wither rose, and there is the acacia, or not the acacia, I'm reading the sign, the lily of the valley. Now the reason for these flowers was because they wanted to make it so that to get dyes, you actually had dyes of these things. And before white, you just used bone meal and it worked as a black, the white dye. Black was used with ink sacs, blue was with lapis, and brown was with your cocoa beans. Whew. Boy, that's tough. So anyway, and we'll go over the signs in just a moment, but so right now you can take cocoa beans and you put them in your crafting area and you get brown dye. You can no longer use those things I mentioned to dye things. You actually have to break them down to dye. So then with the cornflower, which actually grows right in the plains, as you can see them growing over there, all naturally, ignore those guys. You saw nothing. So the cornflower will give you blue dye. Also, once again, lapis will no longer work as a dye. You actually have to put it in your crafting area and turn it into blue dye. I don't know why anyone would do that, since lapis is used for enchanting. I guess in a pinch you might do it. And then we also have this wither rose, which excuse me, it gives black dye, and once again with ink sacs, they no longer dye. You have to use them in your crafting area to get black dye. This thing about the wither rose is it does not spawn naturally in the world. I need a drink real quick. So the wither rose, for one, it only spawns when the wither kills a non or a non-undead. Say that 3 times real quick. A non-undead mob. So, you know, like cows and pandas and horses. When it kills one of those, it will spawn where the animal died a wither rose. Now, wither shots, or the destruction of the wither, they won't even destroy these. The wither explosions won't destroy these. So, kind of cool. The other thing is, if you can see I have the wither effect. If you go, I think it's right on top of it pretty much. Yeah, see, I don't get the wither effect. Well, actually I did get it right there. So you do get a wither effect for 1 second when you get near that wither flower. So it doesn't really hurt too much unless you stand on it, because it will actually keep adding and keep giving you the wither effect for as long as you're standing on it. So I don't know what on earth we'd use that for, but we can use it for something. The next thing we have is the lily of the valley, and this is what you use for white dye instead of bone meal. Now you have to convert bone meal into white dye. So those are our flowers. The next block we have is the loom. So as you can see, this is the loom. It has a really simple crafting recipe. Basically, it's 2 string and 2 planks, and that makes you 1 loom. Now, what the loom is used for is for banners. So, for those of you that don't know, banners you used to have to make by doing shapes in die, you know, like if you wanted a diamond, you'd have to do a banner with 4 die and you'd lose those die. Now what you can do with the loom is you can get these banner patterns, which you can make. The banner patterns, okay, so the banner patterns are your special ones, like your creeper face, your mojang symbol, your flower in the, or the sun in the center, or the skull and crossbones. They can be created by just simply taking a piece of paper and what originally made those things, and you get those banner patterns. So the enchanted golden apple, not just the golden apple, will make the thing. Creeper head with paper will make the creeper charge. Wither skeleton, not a regular skeleton, but wither skull, and paper will make the skull and crossbones. And then the oxeye daisy and paper makes the what do they call that thing, flower charge. So how this works is you have 3 little areas in here. They're kind of labeled. This one right here would be for your die. So if we wanted to, let's say we wanted to like put in a, yeah, let's do white. This one's for your banner. Now, first thing is without these patterns, you get all those default ones. So where you used to have to use like vines or whatever to get this, now you can just do it by clicking it, and it only costs 1 die. So that's really cool. If we want to do multiple things, for example, we want to do our arrow here, then we could do that, and then maybe stick another die in there and maybe do the arrow on the bottom like that. And now we've got that cross pattern. If we wanted to say put a pink skull and crossbones in the middle, then we would find our skull charge and put it in there, and as you can see, that puts it like that. And there you go. The other thing to mention is if you want to copy your thing, all you have to do is simply take your banner, put it in a crafting table, put a banner next to it, and you can take out your new banner, and your original banner is there as well. So pretty cool stuff with banners. That's kind of an ugly thing, but that's okay. We're just looking at it. The next thing we have in our list, let me just go down here. We have the signs. So as you can see, I have them up here. Signs now all seem to have white text on them, where the oak one used to have black. So as you can see, there's the dark oak sign, the spruce sign, the birch sign, the acacia sign, the jungle sign, and the oak sign. Now, these are all called, this is called a jungle sign. The oak one is now actually called oak sign, where it used to just be called sign, and that's it. So that brings us to our next thing, slabs, stairs, and walls. So it doesn't look like they quite have it complete yet. All the different things in their wall variations and their stair variations. But as you can see, now you can have half slab smooth stone. You can, actually I don't think we could have the walls before in smooth, in, what is that one called? Stone brick wall. I don't think this guy's placed right, but we've always had stairs and slabs with the stone bricks, so I didn't include them. But as you can see here, we also have the sandstone slabs. You have all 3 variants. Now, here's a question for you. Look at these 2. Do they look different to you? They don't to me. However, this is our loved oak slab, and this one right here is called the petrified oak slab. I don't know what the difference between these 2 are. Hello. They look exactly the same. I don't know if they have a different burn time. I haven't had much time to test those, but there's that. I don't know what petrified ones are for. They're just scared. We have our diorite here in slab and stair form. We now have nether fences we can do. It used to be, or walls, not fences. It used to be that we would use the 6, we would do this recipe right here, and we would get 6 nether brick fence. Now to make a nether brick fence, you actually do 2 2 blocks and 2 bricks, and that gives you fence. And then 6 nether bricks will get you 6 nether brick wall pieces. So then we also have our what is this one? The red sandstone slab, stairs and wall. We have our purple slabs and stairs. We have our different prismarines. Looks like right now all they have is this one with the wall. We have our polished granite. We have our smooth redstone slabs. Then we also have our mossy brick. We have our polished diorite. Is that what that one is? Whoops. Get rid of that. We have our, this is the andesite, I believe. Yes, andesite polished. We have the red brick. Now, I can't remember if this is a new recipe or not. I kind of think it's not, but if you don't know what it is, this is the recipe right here. You just take 2 nether bricks, and you get 1 red nether brick, and then you just use the standard type recipes to get those. Then we have our, this is regular andesite, and this one is our granite slabs. This is our quartz. This is our polished sandstone, and or smooth sandstone. Just like you do with stone, to get smooth stone, you cook it, and you do the same thing with the smooth variants of this. Then we also have our end stone, and then we have our mossy cobble. Now this is another thing, I'm not 100% sure if this is new with 1.14, but textures and stuff look different to me. Like buckets are way different. This is definitely different. If you look at some of the foods, carrots look different, potatoes definitely look different. So I think they're revamping a lot of our textures and stuff, which is really cool. I like this one. Let's see. Let me check my list here of what else we're doing. We already went over the banner patterns. We went over the dyes. So let's talk about, get out of here. I'm trying to record. Let's talk about some new mobs here. Look at that creeper just sitting there. So here's our new mobs. We have the pillager and the, was this the pillager beast? I can't remember his name. I think it was pillager beast or illager beast. Illager beast and pillagers. So you'll notice our pillagers here, they have crossbows. I think there's 3 in here. Now these guys hate villagers, right? So if we put some villager in here, they're gonna get shot and taken care of by these illagers. The beast will also take care of them. He doesn't like them either. He just attacked. Oh, look at him attack. And then the beast, he also, I'm gonna try and get the villager or illager dude. Come on, pillagers, get out of the way. There we go. So the beast, when they will raid villages periodically, and the beast, not only does he not like villagers, he also doesn't like their gardens, so he'll actually trample over their gardens. I don't know if we can get him to do it or not. Let's try and get another villager in here, see if he'll go after it. They shot each other. So yeah, as you can see, when he walks over the garden, he will actually just trash it. Villager's like, why? So there you go. There's the new mobs. The next thing we're going to talk about is these pillagers. When they die, they have a chance of dropping an emerald and a very small chance of dropping a crossbow. So don't worry, all hope's not. What was that? Oh, bobbies. Oh, and we got to talk about the pandas, of course. So anyway, they will do that. So before we get to this one, which is the crossbow, we need to quickly talk about the pandas. Oops. Let me go check in my notes where I wrote all my panda notes. And make sure I got everything about the... So the Illager beast, another thing to note, he has 100 hearts. So he's not really easy to kill. When he does get killed, though, he drops a saddle. So you can see it's right on his back. So he'll drop that. I haven't seen anyone mount the beast yet. So maybe at some point they'll make it so these guys will ride the beast. Let's see. So then with the pillagers, they pillage villages. They raid villages. So if you have a village, there's a chance that one day you'll get a bunch of these guys coming after them and trying to kill them all. Now, pandas. So much about pandas, and they're just awesome. Look how cute they are. If you watched my video on the Bedrock edition and changes that will come to 1.14, we talked quite a bit about pandas and scaffolding and bamboo, but like I said, scaffolding is not in here. So let's talk quickly about pandas. They do not spawn naturally at this point. You do have to bring them in yourself. They have 20 health, so about the same as you and me in the game. They drop 1 bamboo when killed. That is not affected by using looting on them, where these guys dropping their emeralds might be affected by looting. Let's see. They are breedable. We already kind of went over that. The babies, if it's this one, I've only seen the one with the little snotty nose sneeze. And when he sneezes, it's kind of funny because all the pandas jump. But I wonder if we could, let's try, if we take, so they have their own breeding mechanic and stuff, but it looked like I saw a snot-nosed one right here, I think. And right here. Let's get those two together. Oh, wait, it's that guy. There we go. Maybe they'll make a little baby with a snot nose. That doesn't look like it. Did that guy really get pushed out of the fence? Oh, the baby sneezed. Yeah, he did. He got pushed through the fence. Interesting. I wonder if it's because that bamboo. That's the weird thing about bamboo. It actually connects to the fence. So I wonder if that's what happened. I don't know. They went through the fence though. So anyway, babies, there's one that has like a little snotty nose, and like when he sneezes, you see these little green particles in front of him. And there is a chance for babies when they sneeze that they will create a slime ball in front of them, which is kind of funny. Here, little guy, we'll let you grow up. You can grow them up by right-clicking on them with wheat, about 1,000 billion times. Maybe it doesn't work in Korea. I don't know. We'll just let that guy be. Oh, there he went. Oh, look, he even had some cake. All right, so there are. Put this down so I can see a little better. There are different personalities. This is just your standard panda. We already saw that guy looks like he's angry, so I'm sure he's the what is he? The aggressive panda. This guy that looks sick, I think they're calling the weak panda. There's one with 2 little pupil things. This guy right here, if you look at him, he has 2 little pupils. He is the, I wonder if I could do this. He is the worried panda. And the neat thing he does is when there's, when there's thunder, he gets scared and he covers his eyes. Watch him as soon as, there he goes. So we actually have 2 of them in there. There's a playful one. He's the one that's over here with his tongue sticking out. Yeah, so has his little tongue sticking out. And there's a lazy one, but I can't remember what he looks like. There we go. Make it clear. We'll help our little guy out. Here you go, buddy. There we go. Let's see. So there's that. There is a very small chance that you can get, like if you're using a spawn egg, there is a chance that you'll breed, or not breed, spawn a brown panda. And he's pretty cool. If you've seen my video, you'll definitely have seen him. You'll have seen him. Was he? No. So that's the panda stuff, I think. I think the various pandas do various things, but you'll see them sit, they roll. It seems like the guy with the tongue sticking out is the one that rolls the most. Maybe the lazy one. I've seen one lay on his back, you know, with his feet up in the air, which is kind of funny. So those are the pandas. All right, now let's get into the item we've all been waiting for, is the crossbow. Is there a panda in there with you? How'd he get in? Oh, he probably got in through there. Okay. So anyway, there's a panda in there with him now. So let's talk about the crossbow. So the crossbow is a fairly easy thing to make. Works like a bow. It's a little slower, but it is stronger. Shoots further. What did they say about the crossbow? Here it is. Basically it's 3 sticks, 2 string, a tripwire hook, and a iron ingot. And that makes the crossbow. It can be used as a weapon similar as a bow. It does more damage, more range, and takes longer to charge. So where you pull the arrow back in a bow, the crossbow takes longer, but it does shoot further and is stronger. It can shoot firework rockets, which we'll go over. It can be enchanted, so you can actually have 3 enchantments on it that are specific to it. We have the multi-shot, which means it shoots 3 arrows at once. One goes straight, one kind of goes on a 45-degree angles off of it. So if you have 3 guys lined up just perfectly, you can kill all 3 of them. You have quick charge. It increases the reload speed, and it also has 3 levels. So each one of those levels decrease the reload speed or increase the reload speed by 0.25 seconds. So that's pretty cool. And then there's one that's called piercing, which is similar to, you know, like smite, where it increases the damage. And basically with that, there's 4 levels that you can get on it. It's not compatible with the multi-shot. So if you have multi-shot or piercing, it's probably only going to do one or the other. I don't know which. But it does have 4 levels for that and does damage. So if we look at this and we want to shoot a villager here. Ow. Did he say ow? That's what it kind of sounded like he said. So the way you do it is you simply take the crossbow, have it in either your hand. It can also be in your offhand. If it's in your offhand, it bases it off of where you have the arrows or which one you have selected. Oh, look, he dropped it. This guy will take a while to kill. Brr. So as you can see, it does have a bit of a reload time. And he should die any second now. We should see a saddle. There we go. And there you can see the saddle, I believe, is 100% drop. The emerald isn't. Poor panda, you shouldn't be over here, buddy. Pretty cool though. So anyway, the way it works as far as your arrows go is it bases off, if it's in your offhand, whichever arrow you're holding. is the arrow that it uses. So for example, I don't want to hurt you, buddy. Let's go kill a cow or something. So if I am using a spectral arrow with it, you'll see now, oh, we killed the cow. It's too strong for the cows. Well, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It puts the spectral. If I switch to poison, so you could see the poison artifacts or particles, and then of course you can also use it with a firework, which could be good in PvP. So if you're fighting someone and they're chasing you, you could pop this, and you know, when it hits them, they get this, they're in the middle of that explosion, so they're not going to be able to see you very well. Now, some other things about this: if I load this up with a spectral arrow, and then let's say I switch to something else, and I throw the thing down, and we'll just go ahead and move these guys up here, and something like that. So if I pick this back up, it holds the same charge that it had. Can we... I knew it wouldn't kill you, I'm sorry. So it'll keep the charge of whatever was in it. Now, if you're just holding it like this, or in your offhand, but you have no arrows that you're selecting, what it does is it goes off of slot 0, and then after that it'll go down the line. So if we loaded this right now, you'll see that it did poison damage, because poison was in slot 0. If we wanted to switch it, we do this. Oops. I guess we actually have to hit him. There we go. He died, but he did the spectral thing. So there you go. One hit kill, baby. So that's the crossbow. Now there's lots of tweaks that they did to this game to make it run faster. Let me just check my notes real quick. So some of the things they've done is now if you want to have a sheep farm and you want to have them auto shear, you can actually put a dispenser with shears in it, and then when it gets a redstone signal, it'll go ahead and shear the sheep. Then if you have something, you know, a hopper cart, something underneath it to collect it, you can collect it. So you can actually set up a nice thing to automatically shear sheep, which is pretty cool. Here, Panda, you want this? Also, let's see, what other things have we got here? Leaves. When you break leaves of trees, I don't think it'll work when we're doing in creative. There's a chance that they will drop a stick along with, you know, if it's an oak one, chance of dropping apple and sapling. There's also a chance you'll get a stick. And the final thing we're going to end with is now when you're looking at shipwrecks, you might find something called, let me just go get my notes on this one. Oh, it's called suspicious stew. And it looks just like this. You can't tell what it is. Nice and colorful and stuff. So this can either be good or bad. In this case, it will be bad. Because I made this one, I know exactly what it's going to do. Let's see if we change game mode, survival. That. I'm not hungry. Dang it. Let's run and jump for a minute. So basically, let me just why I run and jump and try and get my, so I can eat this thing. Oh, here, let me show you this. So walk over it. We get the wither effect. Now, if it's really quick, generally it doesn't do much other than like a half a heart, which isn't too bad. But it does get you ill. All right. So anyway, what you can do with this is you can, basically it's a mushroom stew with a flower in it. And depending on the flower, depends on the effects. So right now, if I eat this, it will heal me for 6 meat pops. But this one has a wither rose in it. So what do you think it's going to do? If you said that, you're right. So it'll give you a 5-second effect. Which wasn't too bad because we have full meat pops, right? So basically, here are the different things. Here's the recipe right here. You take 1 brown, 1 red, 1 bull. That makes mushroom stew. But if you add a flower into it, you get different effects. So for the oxeye daisy, you get regeneration. For the new cornflower, you get jump boost. For the new lily of the valley, you get a poison effect. The wither rose we've seen, you get the wither effect. If you do any tulip, you get the weakness effect. If you get the azure bleuette, I think that's how you say that, right? You get a blindness effect. If you do it with the allium, you get the fire resistance effect. With a blue orchid, you get the saturation effect. You get saturation, so it actually heals the thing you can't see here, so it just gives you saturation. And if you use the poppy, you get speed, and the dandelion also gives you saturation. So I'm curious, I want to try this. Let's try a bowl. Oh, and you get your bowl back when you eat your soup, so that's good. I think it is a shapeless recipe, so it doesn't matter if you do the red. Oops, not firework. Yeah. So this one is suspicious stew, and it should make us blind. Oh, if we were hungry. Dang it. I wonder if maybe it says gives. No, it says gives saturation on both of them. Let's just give this a second. So I think that's about it. I'm probably missing something, but hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my Discord and my other channels. And don't forget about my great big game giveaway. When I hit 1,000 subs, I'm giving away 57 Steam games. And when I hit 500 subs, I'm giving away 1 Steam game of $60 value to 1 lucky sub. So, and then also check out my Discord, Twitter, if you want to know what's going on in my world. And don't forget to click the little notification bell. I always forget to say that in my videos, but if you want YouTube to notify you when I put up new videos, you have to click the notification bell. So that's it, guys. Thank you, and until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye. Oh wait, we gotta eat this. Go blind. Oh wow, that's blind. Okay, now bye.